So, excuse the noise, I have a humidifier running in my basement because we had gotten rain. Can you guys hear that? Welcome to the shit show. So, if you can see, I have chaos because I had to move boxes that were down in the basement upstairs so that they didn't get ruined. Because guess what, guys? We had flash flooding last night, and I was the lucky winner of, guess what? My basement flooded. Ding, ding, ding. But my basement isn't as bad as some. A few blocks away from us, a woman had posted on our neighborhood group that she had 3 feet of water in her basement. I'm going to assume we had about a few inches last night because just surveying what boxes had water damage that I had done here. My nutcracker boxes had about that much water on the bottom box. So I don't know, about 4 or 5 inches of water damage it looked like. But by the time I had come downstairs this morning at like 8:30, it had already dissipated a bit. Only certain spots in my basement had like a little bit of water, like an inch or two. All right, so before this, I'm sure you guys have seen in the footage that I posted, or in the footage before me talking right now, mid-video, hey guys, how you doing, huh? So I'm leaving to go grab coffee. So I told you guys I was in my laundry room, splashing in the puddles, right? Listen, I have not left my house in like 2 days, and I'm looking at some of the streets around me. Guys, we had like pretty bad flash flooding in my area. I'm going to get coffee because we're currently waiting for our dumpster to be delivered to our house. Okay, so I don't know if I said this before, but my basement has been a catch-all because I live in a bi-level and we do not have an attic. So the basement, when we moved in, was a finished, and I'll use that term loosely because the basement was finished. It had carpet and stuff in it, but it was not updated at all. So we actually had this happen one time before but we had like, when it happened before, we had like an immense amount of rain. Like it had been raining for days. In my area, like I don't live within a flood zone. So, we don't typically get water in our basement. Occasionally, our garage or in the one area, like sometimes if we get like a significant amount of rain, get a little bit of water. But that's very highly unusual. So the only other time that we've gotten like water in the basement was when like there was, I believe, Hurricane, I don't remember if it was Sandy or Irene. I want to say Irene because it was soon after we moved in and we still had the carpet in the basement. Guys, when I say carpet, I say shag carpet, red shag carpet up the fucking walls. Like, so what had happened was, got like, I don't know, like an inch or two, maybe 2-3 inches of rain in my basement, enough to soak my carpet and do damage. And I ended up, actually my brother and I ended up ripping out my carpet. So I had been meaning to get down in the basement and start going through it because we're planning on having it finished. Well, we weren't planning on having it finished right now because we had other projects that we had started. I had no choice. I had to get down there and get through things. When I put away my Christmas stuff this past year, I was like just, you guys know, I've been through, it's just been a hell of a year. So when I put away the Christmas stuff, I never, like, that Christmas closet needs to be gone through, and that's one of my next projects, which is down in the basement. So I never went through everything. I just kind of set it down there. Like, all my blow-ups were put back in boxes and set onto the floor. Well, the boxes were wet. So I started panicking yesterday morning because, like, my blow-ups aren't cheap. Like, you don't want stuff that you, like, you don't want your things to be ruined. Obviously things can be replaced. People can't. A lot of the stuff downstairs was wet, but what I failed to remember to realize was that my Christmas like boxes they're like double boxed, so it didn't actually, some of the water did not, only one of the inflatables actually was wet when I pulled it out of the box, one of my Christmas ones, and I just draped him, and like I said, I have a dehumidifier, so I have that sucker running on extra dry, so it dried that up. My basement, like the actual family room portion of the basement, and then we have a door leading out to the garage. The laundry room and the actual like family room are pretty much dry from what I saw this morning when I went down to switch laundry. My garage, however, the back wall of that is still soaked. But I did go through like bins, and I made sure this time that like anything of importance is in like Rubbermaid bins, or something that can withstand water. Obviously not massive amounts of water. All right, I'm leaving Dunkin' now. So yeah, yesterday I spent like almost all day down in the basement. I was down there from pretty early in the morning until late last night, trying to just, like I said, it was a catch-all, so I was kind of like I just wanted to get through what I had to get through, like empty boxes that had stuff in, that stuff needed to be taken out of. Either way, we got a dumpster, so stuff that we've been meaning to get rid of, like that needed to be gotten rid of, and we just kind of stuffed it down in the basement till we had time. What better time than now? Oh my God, guys, like look at this. That mud and stuff is all from area over here where there's like a creek that flows through. Oh my God, the whole road is like you guys saw that mud? Like the whole road is like this. Oh my gosh. But the weird thing is, like with this storm, it like, obviously I've never been in a situation where I was oh my God, there's rocks everywhere. I've never been in a situation where there was like flash flooding that I actually seen with my own eyes. I didn't see any of this. This was overnight while we were sleeping. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. and I woke up. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. and I knew it was like thundering and raining and stuff. I woke up and Kegan went downstairs and he's like, Mom, there's water in the basement. I was seeing people's Facebook posts. So I was like, I think I was hoping there wasn't water in our basement, but I kind of knew that there was a possibility that there could be. So I was a little worried about it, but so we are headed to grab some lunch. The dumpster should be here soon. They said between 1:30 and 2. So I'm gonna head back home, but I will get up with you guys. So figured I'd check back in because I'm still, that would be a dumpster. They arrived yesterday. I'm in the same clothes because I got up and came downstairs this morning. Guess what, guys? I'm in the garage. Guess what? My basement's flooded again. So I am currently down here shop vacuuming. That's what I'm doing. I'm shop vacuuming stuff because Carrie ran to Lowe's and Home Depot and we got a pump that you sit on the floor or that you can submerge into the water, and I don't know, I've been down here most of the day, but I probably had close to like 5 inches or so. We got the dumpster yesterday delivered about 3 o'clock, and by 7 o'clock we called the guy already to like come back and get it, because I told you guys I was not playing around. I am like, still have some water. Laundry room was a mess. That was, I still have a little puddle here, but I am shop vacuuming some of it up. I have a disaster down here, like stuff is just piled because I tried to move stuff. I have my dehumidifier running again. It has my actual basement part. You guys have never been down here, I don't think. Drop ceiling is beautiful, right? She went home. She went back to her house. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bags down here to donate. See, there's some of the bags. I went through bins, but this is a mess. My paneling is like pulling away. We have like, oh my God. I didn't think that the walls actually got wet. I don't know if you guys can see. That's paneling. Got another puddle over here. See that? That guy? It's a peacock. And I wanted to throw him away when we moved in here, but it was my grandparents. And there's my Christmas closet. Carrie decided he needed to keep it. The shop vac is leaking. Anyway, guys, I just want to give you a little update. We've had flooding. My mom actually had to call the fire department to come to her house because she has gas. So my mom had to call the fire department to come bail her basement out because she had a few feet of water in her basement. We had maybe 5 inches or less. But so I don't know. They actually had come back to her house because she has a sump pump in her basement. We do not. I have a drain in my garage, which I guess worked as best as it could, but there was too much water for it to keep up with. So that's where she's at. I'm down here. The fire department came to her house to pump her out. So they pumped her basement out, and then they came back for their pump because they had like some serious flooding. Either way, but I'm gonna get this done. And then the fire department actually came up and checked on me, and they were like, we have people with a few feet of water in their basement, so basically like I'm not important, and I kind of figured that. That's why I didn't call them. So I'm just kind of trying to handle it the best we can. So I'll check back in with you guys soon. So it's the next day, and I figured I'd wrap this video up and just let you guys know that we did get all the water, for the most part, cleared out of the entire basement. But now we're in for flash flooding tonight into tomorrow. So fingers crossed nothing happens with that. But I just wanted to wrap this up and let you guys know that we're all good. Some stuff got damaged. There's some damage to the walls. Yeah, so that's that. I will see you guys in my next one.